Can I tell you how I spent $500 on my motorcycle to get it fixed?
No.
Okay. In that case, welcome to episode 4 of the Clout Chasers podcast.
I hate that you do this.
It's fine. Remember to like, review, follow, sub, Patreon, YouTube.
Stop. Let me do it.
Let
me do it.
Just do it.
Turn on some like romantic music real quick.
I can't hear it.
Just do it. No, turn on some romantic music real quick.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
That's going to take forever. I'm not queued up for that.
Please.
Hold on.
Just like real quick.
It sounds fucking,
You're the worst co-host.
boom.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube video. But make sure to go to the Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. Make sure you listen to the podcast on the podcast area. Make sure you rate and review the podcast.
Shit. Yeah, do all that good stuff.
Anyway, welcome to number 2. Wait,
It's 4.
4.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm dividing. I was carrying the 5. The 5.
It's fine.
Yeah, so last time we left off, you were talking about like you were just in love with me for a long time. And
Nope, that's a lie.
hey, chat, bring it up. Clip it.
We're not live again.
Sorry, we were doing that once and I missed it because my chat was like, hey, you okay? You cried like a little bitch.
Were you watching chat when we did that?
No.
Are you lying to me?
Yeah, I am lying to you. I'm so sorry.
Are you lying about lying to me?
I don't know.
I'm so lost in my own lies, I don't even know anymore.
Dude, I was a pathological liar as a kid.
You told me that, and that's why sometimes I go, I guess I should be on edge with this psychopath.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm not the one who fucking gets mad at people for asking about your dumb conch shell shit.
It's not a conch shell, it's a drill. And also, I never finished. Real quick, another thing that irked me on the West Coast was, in case you didn't know, we may or may not be recording these back to back because, you know, life.
Nope, I wear the same shirt all over again. But different background, different day.
What's up, McQueeb? Yo, I miss McQueeb. I need to text him and say I miss you because I haven't talked to him in a while. He's what?
Nothing.
Nothing. I miss McQueeb.
Play a different game!
Yeah, McQueeb, I love it when you play different games, but I know you love Isaac, and that's dope and awesome. But also, McQueeb, you're amazing.
I don't even have to question what he's playing right now. If he's live right now, it's fucking Isaac.
He knows his game. Anyway, shouts out McQueeb. Exclamation point.
Shit, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you play Apex every day. It's fine. I thought you were a Genshin Impact player, but it happens.
No, I realized that it's only meant for girls and Asian men. So
fascinating. Real quick. So on the West Coast, they're very strict about like COVID and whatnot. I wore a mask all the time. I had to show my vaccination card everywhere I fucking went. Like, it was very strict. But I went up to the bar in the barcade, and the bartender handed me my drink. And I went to go take a sip of the drink, so I pulled down my mask. And then he asked me a question, and I answered the question. And then he proceeded to go, "You don't need to pull your mask down just to talk to me." And I went, "Hey, dude," because I was already angry at that point because I already had a shitty interaction. I know I was about to take a drink, and he just kind of looked at me like I was the asshole. I was like, you know what, dude? Literally spit in my mouth. I get it. Safety, blah, blah, blah. But also, we're in a fucking arcade. I'm touching shit and like rubbing my eyes and fuck. Like, hey, at this point, literally.
I was doing this.
Yeah. That just made me so furious. And I'm sure that was another moment where like Nikki and Sticker were just like.
They were just like, hey, man, you're a school shooter in disguise. You were a school shooter that was never given a gun.
I don't.
We can fix that. If you pay for this episode, we can get one and maybe go find it at school.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. I need it. So better, hey, BetterHelp, we need you. We need you right now. You know, from the world's.
Didn't BetterHelp like fuck over people as counselors? Like Philip DeFranco talked about that, and he doesn't get sponsored by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
We better watch out.
I've
been smoking quack.
Not only do we need BetterHelp, but we need
Speech impediments. This is for the people who can't say their R's. Oh, I bet you feel real stupid right now, right?
and see.
Cut that out. That's for the Patreon.
That's getting close. No. So yeah, that was another interaction on the West Coast because like everything was closed and shit, and I was just like, bro, don't fucking, you don't have to pull your mask down. It's like, hey, duh, you saw me grabbing my drink, and then you asked me a question, and you get like, did you see me interact with the dude before, and you were angry that he was your friend or some bullshit? Either way, I'm paying you. Let me do me. I ordered the Princess Peach drink because it was a barcade.
God. Oh my
it was like a cider, and then he threw like a little maraschino cherry, and I was like, bloop. And I was like, literally, fuck me, bro.
Virgin. Or fuck me. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say virgin.
I'm an adult virgin. You know, so.
No, they're Truly's on a Friday after. Wait, when's
drinking already?
Friday? No.
You're literally drinking. Literally drinking.
No, I was figuratively consuming wealth and knowledge.
I think this month is my drinking month. I've been drinking a lot.
It's a good month to drink. Also, been working out. Also, scared to get a gut because they're drinking, because I've been drinking Truly's a lot.
Also, yeah, I've felt like I've been.
Also, I don't want boobies. There's men who literally have estrogen problems because they drink so much. Hey, man, you're a. Never mind. That almost got fucking problematic. Dude, I'm learning. I'm learning to close my mouth.
You shouldn't even be thinking those thoughts, John.
No, I can think those thoughts.
Can you, though? Because then that still makes you a bigot.
It doesn't make me. It means that time is changing and you need to give me time to change.
That's true. I agree with that.
I'm sorry. Did racists be like, hey, Nick, brother? Sorry. I need time to adjust.
Yeah.
You didn't do that. You weren't like, especially after a year.
Let's put it this way. I don't say the R word anymore. I don't say that's gay anymore because being gay isn't funny. So it's like John's holding back because literally half of his jokes are about being gay.
I love gay men.
Bro.
No, I like him. I just think there's some funny stereotypes. Like, dude, I was listening to Andrew Schultz and he was literally talking about like everyone's an atheist or nobody's an atheist on a plane. He goes, but as soon as that fucking wheel comes off the tarmac, you start looking for a yarmulke, Christian, Allah. Well, maybe not Allah because they have to build. Like, literally, it's so funny.
Maybe not Allah.
Then he was like, they need to build up their equity on the plane.
Anytime you hear someone scream Allah on a plane, you are more worried.
You're dead. Yeah.
And that's a bad joke. Clip it. Can't. There's no chat.
We're not. Stop. They know. We all know.
We're live.
How do you like my 100 Thieves merch? 100 Thieves, hire me. I'm super nice, not problematic, and I'm white.
Yeah, they're trying to diversify.
100 Thieves does a great job. I like them.
Yeah. I don't know anything about them.
I don't know what it was. Watching Nate Shot watch his team win was such a cool feeling because I only know him as a streamer and a merch maker. Like, because that's what they all got shit for. They're like, yeah, it's just a hoodie brand. And then they won like League of Legends and seeing it be like, let's fucking go. I was like, that's your team. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like watching a coach at a football game, because football is accepted. Hey, also, I don't care about football at all. Please don't talk to me about it on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. You know what? Pigskin, Throne, they're all bigger than me. They're all monster men. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I'm glad you're excited, but also, if you watch that for 5 hours and don't complain, and then you get mad at me for playing games for an hour and a half.
Who are you hanging out with that still does that?
Literally miss me with the bullshit. Because I can't see it anymore. I can see it. It hurts my feelings.
Is that porn on the background?
Stop.
No.
Dude,
yeah.
I want to have an episode where it's just two guys ramming each other for like 4 hours. And people are like, Hey, John.
It's gonna be a long podcast. No. Yeah, I don't really like sports either. I wouldn't say I put up with baseball. I semi-enjoy baseball because it was funny. I went to the bar last night and they had football next to each other and then baseball because the Phillies were playing. And I was just like, football's just kind of like, I was just looking at each game, just comparing the activity within each and what would be more exciting. And I don't know. I can put up with baseball. That's about it. And I choose to like baseball. I don't know if that sounds bad, but yeah, I feel like we're long gone where people say video games aren't a sport or video games are more. I don't understand.
It's still there.
I
feel kind of uncomfortable. Right, but I'm in a fucking building of like doctors and learned doctors and counselors.
Curly-headed
old
fucks.
men with that's. Hey man, can you not?
I'm gonna need you to put that on.
I don't know how. Okay. Hold on. Technical difficulties brought to you by BetterHelp, where the counselors take advantage of people.
What are you doing back there?
Just watching porn. Fuck.
It's not full screen. For anyone who's listening, John's trying to fix his computer in the background because it's super important right now, and also turn off his ringtone.
Yeah, the ringtone was from my computer. I looked at my phone. My phone's right next to me.
Oh, it came from your computer?
Yeah, that's why I was like shocked. I was like, hey man, shut up. You're literally meant to edit shit.
Interesting.
Also, I have a $6,000 camera. Anyway, so back to
a little
poor people
overexposed,
stuff.
but it's fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you look a little overexposed. I know mine looks like shit, but bring it down.
Don't fucking lie to me. It doesn't look right. Are you serious?
I felt like it was very bright. You looked very shiny.
Fuck.
It's fine. That looks better now, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But it's not about vanity. We're not here for vanity or looks. If you're listening to the podcast, that's truly just as important as watching the podcast on YouTube.
Can we talk? Because I want to be nice on this episode to like the community. Thank you guys for supporting us with literally watching our stuff. Everyone who's watched it made it to episode 52 of the podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
It's 5.
This is episode 5?
This is episode 5.
No, it's not.
We've only been doing this for 5 episodes.
No, this is 4 episodes. We did one, the crying one where I was a bitch, the one after that, and then this one. It's 4. Can you count, you Italian little...
No, it's 5.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, there you go. And that's
Also,
the beauty of fucking with your friends. Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, you are also like a gaslighter. Because remember when I hurt your feelings on stream and you're like, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I couldn't fuck around with my friends.
You were dead serious when I hurt your feelings. Don't lie
Not
to
at
me.
all. Shut up. Shut up. What were you going to say beforehand?
When?
Like literally right before you called me a gaslighter.
No, I'm just thankful for the community that supports us on this episode of 59.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that people give a shit about my opinions. I will say there is a little bit of an ego that I have. I will admit to that. There is an ego that people like what I have to say. I don't know how to control it, and you guys shouldn't be feeding me with it.
Well,
Hey man, are you sitting on a yoga ball?
I'm always sitting on a yoga ball. That's my secret.
Of course. Dude, I did ass workouts. I've literally never done them right because my butt cheeks on the cheeks, like on the ass cheeks, were sore. Never had that.
Well, it's amazing.
It's a nice feeling.
I can't wait to work out with you.
I'm never working out with you. You're being
Oh, dude, you're not gonna be able to breathe when I'm done with you.
I'm not working out with you.
Oh, dude, we have to work out together. Where am I gonna work out when I come visit? You're gonna force me to go to Planet Fitness like a schlub?
No, I mean we have a workout place, dude. We also have a sauna. Ooh. Shit.
Damn.
That's a lot of rich parents. Not rich.
Dude, let me tell you how this is a little depressing. I keep thinking about what I'm gonna do after this trip because like it's the last vestige, it's the last thing I can think of doing outside of just getting a job at McDonald's. Like if I can't find a way to monetize whatever I'm doing or make content that makes me money, I'm afraid of what happens afterwards. Was this boring? Am I boring you? No, I know. You're just.
I'm just tired of the whining. But anyway, let's keep going with this. No, keep going. No, I'm here. I'm a good friend. I'll listen to you, bitch.
I'm gonna go hang out with my dog.
I'm basically your dog.
Oh, so you're a dog. I already knew that.
This is your dog. And then it activates. It goes. It's like, are you dead? Oh!
Fucking bullshit. Anyway, so that's a worry in the back of my brain, but it doesn't matter. We're not talking about that now, apparently. Right now, we're talking about being
No, let's
angry
talk about it. Because I feel the same way. If I have to quit this job, it's going to be sad.
Yeah. Oh, poor us. We can't be on the internet talking bullshit and getting paid for it.
No, this is a great job. As much as I complain about this shit, this is a fantastic job. It's great.
Have you complained
it's the most
about
validating job ever?
Your other jobs, though? Like, we're allowed to complain about our jobs, right?
Sorry, say that again?
We're allowed to complain about our jobs. Like, I've always complained about my jobs.
Yeah, we can complain about them, but like when people like... that doesn't mean that I'm not grateful for it. There's things that I don't like about it, but that... I'm learning a new mindset. So like John 3 months ago was very hurt and very taken advantage of, and also very in a mindset of like, fuck all you guys, fuck you, get away from me. Like very much like, get the fuck off of me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I don't want to give you anything. I'm not there for you. Like very aggressive. Yeah. And now John is like, a guy came in stream and said, hey, you motivated me to stream. I was like, cool, awesome. Thanks for telling me that, man. Excuse me?
I'm sorry that someone got motivated to stream because of you. That must suck.
Well, I told him to quit his dream after that, obviously. I was like, cool. Like, you didn't let me finish. I was like, cool, that's awesome. It's real sweet. Stop. Thank you so much. But like,
thank you for the tier 1 sub.
But like, dude, if you would have told me that like 3 months ago, I would have been like, bro, don't fucking self-promote. I wasn't self-promoting. I was just letting you know.
Yeah, you're literally a rabid dog sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to another friend about this. I was like, you have my respect until you do something to lose my respect. Unless you're not respectful, you're not kind, you're not trustworthy. Like
man, what's it like being a try-hard virgin?
It's not a try-hard virgin. It's literally being, that's the internet. Hey, Major Nerd, if you want to come after me and start shit with me, I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm gonna make fun of you for not being a good parent.
So boring.
But that's what I'm saying. You were like telling me to pull back. You're like, I don't think you should have done that.
I think you should have just ignored that fucking
You're a very bad man. And I said, nope. I literally made content out of it. And it was fun. It was fun to vent that because I haven't flexed those like bitter muscles in a while. I could go on, man.
Yeah.
That's one of those. Do you have any traits that like you're not proud of publicly, but privately you're like, I'm glad I have that tool set?
No.
Really?
I can't.
You don't have anything that like you like publicly is not like a great thing to brag about, but like privately you're like, I'm glad I can do this.
No, anything I'm proud of. I wouldn't say I boast about it, but I'm very confident in who I am. I'm proud of. I don't know. Saying you're proud of yourself. I don't know. Not that that's weird, but I don't know. Example again. What exactly are you proud of that you can't be publicly proud about?
I like bringing people to their knees if they're an enemy of mine.
Oh, that's bad.
That's not bad.
If they're an enemy of you, like you're fucking a warring country on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I like that I have the balls to not weaponize my community against somebody else's, and I fucking took him down and made him take his videos down. Literally lick my ass. I won. Suck my balls because you were scared of what I was saying to you, and you had 500 followers.
Healthy behavior.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not healthy behavior, but I like that I have that ability. Because dude, and this might be like high school, John, like not having the balls to do this in high school, but now having the balls to do it at 28. It's like, yeah, I have the confidence to do that. Yeah, don't fucking talk
28.
shit, and then yeah.
I thought you were 36.
Damn.
Damn. I'm sorry. Being
that's one of those things like I hate like my react like okay, You are right, like the rabbit dog thing. I am very reactionary.
Yeah.
And I don't always like that. But when I'm happy and reactionary, it's amazing. It's elated. People like that. But when I'm mad and reactionary, people don't like that. And they make me feel like a bad guy.
I don't know. Maybe I like how I can't relate. Off the top of my head, I would have to sit here and think. Maybe it's cool. I like how I can be angry at things, even though I'm not supposed to. I don't know. I don't know. A trait of mine. Who you texting?
Nobody. Let's check the news.
What, is this boring? We can end the podcast episode.
No, it's not boring. I got a confirmation on an email for my fucking YouTube channel. I'm sorry I had to respond to it.
Give me your attention, John.
You have my attention. I'm listening.
Are you? What was I just saying?
You were talking about some shit I didn't care.
Jesus fuck.
I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
That was the last time. No, that's the last time. That's why I had to get my email over here because they were sending me a confirmation of some shit.
They're confirming about your sex change, you fucking dork lord.
Ooh. Oh, do you not like trans people? Let's talk about that.
I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, did you say I don't know? Just you could have said I love trans people, but
and cutting it and clipping.
No. Don't be a bitch. You don't. Come on, man.
I don't know why I said that. That was a holdover bad joke, I guess. I don't know.
Was it? You don't know? You don't know if hating trans people is a bad joke?
No, hating trans people is a bad joke. Also, why would it be hate? Like, I would just, so what? You're getting a sex change. Who cares? But that's what you're doing. That's what the email's about.
Who cares? Man.
Yeah. No, it's your choice.
Gotcha. No, that's okay. Who cares? You don't matter.
The joke was...
Your life is worthless. Who cares?
Okay. Well, hey...
Anime hates people that are trans.
Yeah,
Get it trending on Twitter. Do it.
Well, John's racist. Get it trending on Twitter. John's racist.
That
literally
happened.
Tweeted it. John's racist and homophobic.
That already happened.
So
that already happened.
Nothing better.
I'm homophobic.
Yeah. Every joke is at the expense of gay people. So, congrats. Congrats, world. You did it. 2 white men canceling themselves. Hilarious.
I don't care, though. I think it's funny.
There's a level to it.
Yeah. It's like making fun of, like, I think everyone can be made. We already talked about this. Next. New topic. If you want to go listen to the episode, go to the first one.
Was that the first episode?
Yeah. We talked about making fun of people and, like, how it should be a joke and, like, how you should be not a puss. But also, don't be passive aggressive because that's a totally different thing.
Bro, you want to talk about passive aggressive?
Yes.
Oh my God. My mother does this thing. I think my mom, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. And I've had this conversation, but you make me so fucking livid. I was on vacation. And it was half vacation, half work because I worked PAX. But anyway, I was in Portland. I was at a fucking museum and she calls me at all the worst times and goes,
wait, pause. Before you go on a hate raid, hey, Mom, I love you. I think you're fantastic. Anyway, go on.
He's lying. He doesn't know you.
I don't know my mother.
Oh, not your mom, my mom.
I'm not hitting on your mom yet.
Ew.
Oh. Mommy?
Nope.
Mommy?
Stop.
Mommy?
Stop it.
Mommy?
Okay, I'm ending the
Mommy?
podcast.
All right, sorry. Mommy said what?
Please stop saying mommy. Hey, all of the times doing it, stop doing it. Called me. What's up? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Calls me. I was just calling you to let you know how the dog is since you don't care about your dog type of shit. And it's just like, hey, first of all, fuck you. Trust
Did she actually say that?
She said that, yeah. My mom is fucking, dude, passive aggressive and conniving sometimes. And I love her to death and she's a great mom, but she has fucking issues and you can't say anything to her because she's been through the ringer and blah, blah. I don't know. I tried to have this.
Oh, she's that type that carries her trauma as an excuse?
Yeah. Ooh.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, she does.
No. Finish your thought. We're going to get into it because I have opinions on that.
But called me, did that. And I was like, cool, dude, whatever. Brush it off because I'm used to it by now. But then she's like, I didn't realize you were going to Portland. I was like, I sent you my flight information. I thought I told you, whatever. It doesn't matter. I did the bullshit. I thought I told you because I kind of thought I did. And I kind of also didn't really, whatever. She had my flight information. It was like, oh, well, I didn't realize this was a vacation. I was like, so what if it is a little bit of a vacation? I'm also working PAX. Like, it doesn't, it's like, well, it must be nice to go on vacation. I was like, you don't get to do that. You always say her thing is like her kids are her life. She wants to fucking make sure her kids' life are better than her life and blah, blah, blah. And then it'll twist and be like, well, it must be nice to do these things. It's like, I thought you were giving me the opportunity. I've compared to my sister, and no offense to my sister is a fucking slack off.
We hate women here.
It's nothing about women. She's just my sister. She could be my brother and be the same way. She is lazy, entitled, like all the mean things that you shouldn't say about people. Like she is fucking that because my mom did not fucking raise her right. I mean, look at me. I'm also not the like ideal human being in the entire fucking world, but it's like she is a dumb bitch sometimes. And I'm sorry.
This podcast literally is going to be called Family Comes First Podcast. Jesus Christ.
Bro, I love them, but also don't care about them. No, that's not true. Well, it's not true. I don't know. Family's weird.
Tell the story, please. Don't do this.
Hey, man, I have to go to therapy. There's a lot of deep-seated issues. My family has always hated each other. The whole family on my mom's side and even my dad's side all like hate each other for dumb bullshit drama reasons. Outside of that, my mom said that shit, and I was like, that you don't get to say that. You don't get to do this twist of like, oh, it must be nice to go on vacation. I wish I was like, you were at the beach a week ago. And not that that's an excuse or like that's enough, but it's like, I don't understand what your end goal is. So I mentioned that when I got back here and I was just like, hey, I just want to bring up something to you. I was just like, when you mentioned that, like it fucking hurt my feelings. Like, I don't know why you're talking like that. And then she fucking, you go into defense mode and she's like, must be nice. And then I forget the conversation because it turns into yelling because look at me. And we yell at each other because we're Italian as fuck. And then I was just like, do you want me to feel guilty? Like, I don't understand your fucking, your mindset. And then she literally says,
I don't understand your estrogen levels. Yeah, that's what you said.
And she said, yes, I want you to be miserable. And I like had to take a step back and I was just like,
that's such a shitty thing.
Not miserable, guilty. And I was like,
no.
I was like, you don't see how that's a problem? And she said, no, because this, and that, and this, and that. No. And I was like,
that's bad parenting. I'm sorry. I like your mom. She's a nice woman to me, but that's shitty parenting.
Oh, I know. And I'm trying to tell her this. And I'm also just like, listen, we need to go to therapy. And as soon as I said that, it was like, it's like, don't say those things because that's the type of shit people have been saying to me my whole life. I'm like, that's what people say about other people all the time. Like, you think you'd have this
going to therapy.
Thicker fucking skin or something or like know about it now. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not trying to have a fight with you. This is why it's hard for me to rely on you for stuff. I thought we'd both matured in a sense where like you're letting me do my thing and figure this out because throughout most of my life, I've been super fucking independent. I've wanted no part of my family because I was just like, that interaction is like my family to a T. It's always that drama bullshit. I was like, we don't need to be doing this. Just like talk about your feelings and don't be a fucking psychopath. And that's like, it's.
And then you made friends with me and you're like, maybe don't talk about your feelings. Be done. No more feelings.
And that's why I'm a robot person and I don't cry because what's the point? You know?
That's so shitty. I'm sorry, but like, that's so shitty. I can't imagine saying that to my daughters. Hey, feel guilty.
Yeah, she literally said that. And I was like, you don't see how that's an issue.
So much, man. Like, I don't know. How close are you to Mom? Like, how close is her opinion of you? How much does that matter to you?
Not at all.
Okay, then, yeah. I can't imagine my parents saying that to me. Dude, if my mom was like, I want you to feel guilty. Like, dude, that's so, I would be like, okay, dude. Like, I'm older now to where it's like an opinion doesn't make, it's not God's word, but like, bro. That's so shitty. If that came out of my mouth, I would.
And I know it's coming from a damaged place. Like she's obviously whatever's happened in her life, and she was in a shitty marriage that she tried to make work for 30 years. Like you had that conversation, but it's just like there's so much built in there she's been, and it's led to me that she's just internalized and like she doesn't know like the proper ways to like work through those emotions. I don't even know if she's ever gone to therapy now that I think about it or like talk through it. And it's like now that I'm older, I realize those and just through having conversations. Actually, the other night I was talking to my buddy Greg and he recently went through a breakup and stuff. And I was sitting there like listening to him and asking these questions. He's just like, where's Jordan? Where's the like asshole, like who gives a fuck? Jordan is like, I don't know, dude. I've just been like talking to people and like understanding people a little bit more. And it just, and now I can see those things that she does. And it's just like, I know why you're acting like this. But obviously, I still don't know the right ways to approach them because I'm still an asshole. Like, hands down, I'm still me. I'm going to be like, why are you acting like a passive aggressive bitch? And then obviously it's, And then I was like, do you want me to feel guilty? And she says that shit. And I'm just like, fucking, what is your damage, bro? And then I'll flip it around, or I'll like try and come up for air. And she's just like, I don't want to come up for air. Like, no, that's what I do. She's like, you're just like your father, because all you want to do is joke around. It's like, I want to joke around because I don't want to yell at you. So yeah, this got to a loaded fucking podcast. But yeah,
no,
dude,
that's just. But I don't know what that's like when families are like that. Like I've been experienced to like families who are just like, yeah, we just fucking guilt each other. I was like,
yeah,
gross. Like that sucks. Like my dad. Okay, so I was working out with my dad this morning.
Yeah.
He was like the entire time. He could have been like, oh fuck, don't know what this is. It's a dumbbell. Like could have been like ripping into me, but like was like, hey, I can't wait to see how like your form is so nice. Like I can't wait to see what you look like with muscle. Like please keep with it. And I was like, cool, thanks, Dad. Because I want to do that with my children. Like there's a shit talking and like play, but like that's some heavy shit to throw on your kids. I'm sorry, man. Like that. I don't want you to feel guilty. Like
I don't feel guilty. I let that shit roll off. I get angry at it and I go, you're never going to change. And then I just kind of like do my best with the family that I was given, you know?
Man.
It's not my job to change her.
Yeah.
It's my job to lie to her.
You're my kid now. I'm going to love you and I'm going to say it publicly and be like, hey man, you do you. I want you to grow. That's what I want my friends. I literally had a conversation with another friend. I was like, I want to see you succeed with or without me.
Yeah.
I want to see you succeed. I want to see you grow. I want to see you flourish. And they were like, wow, I've never been told that. I was like, I'm sorry. Like I want you like that with all my friends that I have, and I have a pretty tight knit group of friends because I hate learning new people. I hate it. I like it when people fit in my life perfectly and it's like anal to like just real tight, you know?
It's interesting.
And I can't pull out because if I do,
I think
I love you?
That's kind of most people in a way though. I think there's levels to it, for sure.
Yeah, but I let people know in my tight knit group that it's like, hey, you're important to me. I want that to be constant because like if you don't know that, if you're not told that, dude, like you don't know.
I don't need to be told that.
You don't need to be told that. But I've gone through life of being like I went through high school and like had to filter out all the bullshit friends who would literally talk shit, and I mean like talk shit, not like joke behind my back. Like they would just be like, I don't like John. I don't like him when he comes around. I think he's annoying. I think he's a little bitch. I was like, thinks he's the worst. I was like, when I found that out, like it broke everything. So now with my friends, my close friends, and like even to my community to an extent, I'm like, I enjoy you guys. I really do. Like, and that's why like when everyone stopped streaming on, what was it, September 1st?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to actually talk about like how welcome you guys all are. The trans, the LGBTQ, the black people, the colored people, people of color, like whatever you want to call it. Like you're all welcome in my community and you will be greeted with friendliness as long as you are greeting me with that. And our community will do the same. And that's what we're going to do. Because you know what? Saying nothing does nothing. Imagine going up like during Martin Luther King and he was like at the pulpit ready to give a speech and then he just sat there.
That's not as they're two different things. It wasn't about
thank you for your time. And then like left. People were like, bravo. Oh,
it was about the movement. It's not about being silent.
You're
taking the such a, and this isn't even my conversation. This isn't my fight. I'm just trying to, this is my opinion on the whole thing, but like, it's about the message. It's about the movement. It's about being able to put something together and having people notice, whether it had nothing to do with fucking changing the platform or any of that shit. I mean, it is about changing the platform, don't get me wrong, but it's about sending a message. It's about showing that people can get together, and regardless of if being quiet or not streaming is going to change anything, it's showing that we can come together and we have a message. There were clear posts going around, clear guidelines of what people wanted out of this protest and everything. It was a protest. Regardless of how they protest, it was still about the message. It doesn't matter if they were quiet or loud. They're going to do a loud one. There's plans to do a sit-in now where they're going to just stream that message and repeat.
I'm not doing that for shit.
Okay, fine. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. It feels okay.
I know. That's why I actively buck the fuck back.
Huh?
That's why I actively buck back when people are like, "You're not going to stream." It's like, no, I'm actually going to talk about people. I'm going to talk about the people who are welcome.
Who said that?
Twitter, bro.
Oh, fucking don't anyone. The real like advocates for what was going on didn't care if you streamed or not streamed.
Right.
So you're getting angry at the wrong people.
No, I'm getting fueled by it, but I also started my stream out by saying like, hey, you're all welcome here. If there's ever a question in your mind, you are welcome here.
Yeah, it would have been
Says
funnier
the creator of the channel.
if you started and you were just like, I don't like anyone here. Hey, anyone different, get the fuck out.
You're all welcome here. You know, I love the Jews too. You know,
I think that's a little preachy.
I don't think it's preachy.
I feel like I don't need to say those things. Like I feel like as soon as I start saying like this is a welcoming,
don't feel like you. Right, you don't feel like you have to say those things. But you also feel like you don't have to say, "Hey, I love you and I appreciate you." I do. That's my love language, is vocalizing how I feel about people.
No.
Well,
Cut that one out again. What's that? 34. Okay.
But no, man, I think there's a power in being vocal about it. Like just letting, because like you can let it out.
But
in the air.
don't, as long as you're not devaluing that protest of them being silent.
Yeah, I'm not devaluing that. But on my channel, like, okay, sorry, I probably was. On my channel, I feel like it's valuable to tell people how they are. Because a lot of people came in, they're like, why is no one streaming today?
That's fine.
Well, I could be the answer. All of them.
But here's the thing. Do you know the reason why people were protesting?
Yeah, because of hate rates.
There you go. That's all.
Because bots coming in saying the N-word and knows how I can say confidently and not have a problem with that because it's that, but I'm never going to say the N-word.
Well, why can you say the F word?
Because there's not as much charge with it. Passively. Yeah.
I feel like I should probably bleep that. I don't know. Okay. God the fuck damn it, dude. 35, 58.
But it's not, I see, like, racism has lasted a lot longer than, well, no, it hasn't.
Huh?
No, I'm wrong in that.
And what? Racism hasn't lasted. Wait, what are you trying to say?
Oh, there's pedophilia.
I have no idea. You lost.
Sorry,
me.
my thought process. I was wondering if like racism has lasted a lot longer than anti-LGBTQ.
Oh, as far as like, I feel like okay. This is my.
Should we move on to the next subject?
No. This is fascinating because if you want to talk about being gay, just generally like gay, I think of. In comparison to racism, I feel like racism has been forever, whereas being gay, maybe not as, I think like back to Greek times where they literally, maybe it was frowned upon. I don't know. I don't know my fucking history, but like the kings had,
Greeks did some pretty gay shit.
Yeah. Well, like throughout history, there have been gay relationships, right? Where it wasn't.
They wrestled naked.
And whether that was gay or not, whether that was just like maybe.
I saw him grab a cock. They're like, gotcha. They're like, you win.
I don't know.
This is our strongest man.
I don't know because once again, I'm not gay. I'm not black. I'm not a person of color. So
then
it's
you shouldn't talk about it, right? Like, don't talk about it. Also, don't talk about football. Don't talk about game design or game developing.
On their experience, no, but on my, I don't know.
Perception?
Yeah. How I perceive that. It's what it seems like to me. And maybe the smallest percentage, racism is a much more prominent thing.
Yeah. I think,
and I don't know. Once again, could be wrong. I don't fucking know.
It's just the owning of people that breaks my heart. Yeah. Like also because like I love the black community. Like I love learning about the black community and like hip hop. Hip hop is a big part of my life.
Yeah. Why don't you tweet?
And so like, I did. I said I love colored hip hop artists.
Jesus. We're never getting monetized. But go on.
But yeah, I think for me it hits a little bit closer to home. Also, like I have black friends who've talked to me about it and like have patiently educated me. And I say educating not in the fucking demeaning way of like they just told dumb white man how to think. Like they took the time. Yeah, and I fucking appreciate that. You know what I don't like is when this was also talked about in the first podcast. Fuck, man, I'm just angry about one thing forever.
Yeah, until maybe not ever again, but probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Read a fucking book. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like American history has like been taught the wrong thing for a while. Like there's literally books about like the lies my history teacher told me.
Yeah.
Of like how it was false documentation of wrong stuff, and like I was taught that, and then You know, I also think like Native Americans, I know you lost your land, but everyone lost their land. Everyone was conquered. Everyone was taken over.
It's true.
War took over. I mean,
That's a history thing. That's every.
That is a history thing. Everyone got conquered.
Literally, Native Americans were battling with Native Americans over land. So,
dude, fucking Andrew Schultz had a joke about that. It was like, can any Native Americans back the Make America Great Again? Because this was your America. And they all said no. He goes, really? Even when Trump's like, we're closing down the immigration. It's like, we should have done that 500 years ago. These white motherfuckers.
I can't wait to see him in Vegas. It's going to be crazy.
Dude, I'm so jealous about that.
Shit.
But,
Shouts out Gerard.
Yeah, dude, shout out to Gerard. Gerard's a lovely being. No, but that's the thing is like, there's some things that I've wondered, like, why are tolerable and why aren't? Like, why are accepted? Because, like, the history is complicated and covered on all sides, not just white and Christian, but on all sides, fucked up. Yeah. Very dark stuff. This is why I think it's funny that people are like, it's definitely rapture time. I was like, really? This is the worst it's going to get? It's porn.
There's been multiple near extinction events, near cataclysmic events without us. Like, we're fine for now.
What was it? The volcano place, the one that like literally
Pompeii.
Pompeii, bro. I work fine.
I mean that's a natural disaster, but as far as human disasters go, I mean the generic one that maybe gets brought up all the time was the Holocaust. You know, fucking like World War II. You want to talk about a human
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
How is Genghis Khan a little bit better than Hitler?
They're not.
Everyone's like, man, he was a conqueror. What a badass. Hitler's like, hate him. He's a Jew killer. I was like, he's like, bitch.
There's like, bad people that have hurt even like nuclear war and shit like that. Oh,
bro, like that shit freaks me out, man. Like when you hear about some of the people that make the bombs and like those mass destruction things, I'm like, man, that is a scary job.
I don't know.
That's like,
there's bad people that want to be in charge because they think it's better to be in charge and they don't trust humans to be in charge of themselves. Fucking, I was watching Rogue One and the fucking Imperial Army came up to the dude to make the Death Star and they put a gun to his head and threatened his family. They're like, you have to make the thing that kills all the people because we want to be in charge so that all the other people are like, you know.
He should have taken the sacrifice and died because he would have saved hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives. Wow. What a selfish piece of shit. 4 people for 4 billion? What are you, stupid? Oh, yeah. Let's like, how do you feel about that? Would you push someone in front of a train to save 30,000 people?
I was just about
one person.
The train thing. Save one to save many.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, assumingly. Unless I'm fucking Thanos, where I'm just like.
I mean, that's what Jesus did for us. Check us out at jesus.com and check out our Bible. Please tithe to us over on Patreon and also watch the podcast at Jesus Podcast.
No, instead of doing that, you can still sub to the channel and comment and like if you haven't done that already. Or I'll tell you what, if you've gotten this far in the episode and haven't canceled us or tweeted at us, leave a comment saying you guys are okay. Please leave a comment anywhere or tag us on Twitter and be like, this episode is wild and I can't believe I made it this far. Please.
And I loved it.
If you've made it to
John's colored humor.
If you've made it to 42 minutes. Humor. If you made it to 42 minutes or whatever this is after I edit it, put the time in and say, you guys are so good. This is entertaining. I forgive you.
Word for word.
Word for word.
And if you don't put anything and you watch our podcast and you're like, well, I liked it. Did you believe the comment? Which one? Liar.
I watched the whole thing. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You would have left a comment. Don't be a pig. Be a sheep.
Anyway, so yeah.
Fuck the cops, right? I'm good now.
No, I mean, not all cops are bad. Ooh. Oop, controversial.
Dude, let's talk about politics for a whole podcast. Like, just
we basically
nonsense politics.
Oh, nonsense politics?
Just start pulling shit together. Be like, man, I'm conservative and I love the gays. I'd be like, excuse me, what?
I can't imagine the warning at the bottom of the YouTube, like this YouTube has references of COVID and blah, blah, blah. And
yeah.
And misinformation.
COVID's not real, by the way. Don't get the vaccine.
Yeah.
You'll die.
Misinformation.
Turn my brother to a llama. Ever seen Emperor's New Groove? Same plot.
Actually, I wish.
Nice try, Disney.
I wish that happened.
What? That you'd be turned to a llama?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Hey man, quit scratching your screen. Scratch screen.
I'm actually caressing you. I just can't wait to touch you.
Don't. Are you actually touching me? You are. You're a freak.
No, there's there's like a dead pixel or something.
Imagine having that much of spending that much on a monitor and having it be a dead pixel.
It's fine. Whatever. Fuck you. It's whatever. I don't know, man. Fucking yeah. That's my life in a nutshell.
Why'd you get all sad boy on this? What are you
I
complaining?
think it's sad boy on this.
That's my life.
Fucking whatever, dude. Hey, man. You know what? I downloaded Tinder again. It's not good.
Oh, do that. No.
What? How else am I supposed to? First of all, were you just about to say find women and stalk them?
No.
Don't. Anyway.
Get out of this.
You said I can't wait to get out of this?
No, how do I get out of this?
Oh, how do you get out of this?
Just take what you want.
Well, that sounds bad.
With consent, which doesn't exist. They're just words.
What?
Anyway.
What if it belongs to someone else?
Can you own consent?
I don't know. I thought we were talking about people.
Oh, we were talking about slavery earlier. I missed the conversation. Dude, also the free the nipple thing, dude, that shit makes me laugh. The whole we're talking about women's rights, owning women. I don't know. Just get land and cattle, and you'll find some pretty thing. The women's rights thing was free the nipple. Was I the only one that was like, what man thought of this? Free the nipple. I agree. Amen, brother. Go back to the kitchen, bitch. Like
you're not wrong,
bro. Every man was like, I could sacrifice that.
Can we talk about the amount of dorks there are in the world? I feel like I've been saying people
talk about too many racial things.
No, that's not a sensitive topic. I was just thinking about people, and then I thought about how I went to PAX and how like 90% of PAX I was just like dork, and obviously, of course, it's going to be a culmination of dorks because it's literally PAX. But I was just
what do you mean by dorks? Dorks.
I don't know. I just felt like I stood out. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. But it was just very.
He did.
I don't know. It was just. There's a type of person that goes to PAX, and don't get me wrong, they're all unique in their own way, but they're all dorks. And no offense to all of you that went to PAX and maybe are watching this, but like, y'all are weird, bro. I thought I was weird, but holy fuck. Like, I'm wild and crazy, and I'm mean to random people, but fuck. Maybe I'm the weird person. How about that? Maybe I'm the weird person, and I was in a spot where everybody felt like they belonged, and I'm just that guy who's like, I'm part of the security that doesn't work for the convention. They're just like the hired security that has to work a weird convention. They're just like, what the fuck? Why is that guy dressed like a maid? Why is that guy dressed like a big kitty cat?
Can you imagine being like somewhat homophobic and working that job and be like, the pay is great, but I fucking can't. I can't.
Not even
kitty get out of here.
Just there was really old people, like ancient people working for the convention center, and they would just. I was like, I wanted to stop them and ask, how do you feel about this whole like like just this group of humans coming together over like nerd shit?
You asked them?
I wanted to, because sometimes you could look at them and they just stand there watching people like dumbfounded because they grew up in the 20s where people, I don't know, ate out of tin cans and shit, and they witnessed like war. And then now you just have like dudes dressed up as kitties and shit.
Hi. And they're like, I die for you. I lost my father in Vietnam for you.
Like, yeah, so you have the right to be weird like this, but it is an interesting time where everyone is so free to do what they want, if that makes sense.
They're free,
which is good. You should be allowed to express yourself without being judged and blah blah blah. But also, like the
you also have the freedom to be judged. I have the freedom to judge you.
No, apparently not. That makes me an asshole.
No, I do. No, whatever. Socially, sure, but my clitoris rights tells me that I can do whatever I want as long as I'm not physically hurting you. Emotional trauma, totally fine. Oh, that's what we're going to talk about. People literally hanging on to trauma and blaming that on that.
Oh.
They hold it like a golden badge, like your mom being like, of course you felt guilty because I was punched in the face by my father when I was 10 years old. It's like, no, you can't. You get 5 years tops to deal with that shit and then move on. You can't, dude. You can't do that. You can't live.
You don't get to dictate how long someone holds on to trauma.
I can when they start using it as an excuse. I was literally talking about this last night with a buddy. Like, you can have trauma, but you gotta be able to grow past it. Please, for your own well-being, you've got to try. Some people don't try because it's scary, and I totally get that. But like, dude, literally, you gotta try. Please, for the love of God. I think I've self-diagnosed ADHD. I've not been doctorally. I'm so mad. I've never been diagnosed that I have ADHD. I think I do, but I'm never gonna say I have ADHD because it's never been confirmed by a doctor. Does that mean that I bank on all my faults and insecurities and go about my life? No. Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just readjusting.
Oh, am I boring you?
I'm readjusting on the yoga ball.
Are you napping?
No,
I'm a little scrawny
I'm
monkey butt
enthralled
can't
by
handle
this
it?
conversation. You're literally the worst.
Bro, I just I want to be healthy. Mentally, I want to be healthy. Physically, I want to be healthy. Get ripped, get in the gym. You're fat and you need to go to the gym.
Unless you have a disability or we sound ableist, in which case, sorry, I guess.
I've literally seen people with no legs fucking work out.
That's not an excuse.
I don't care. I don't care. Go to the gym. Be healthy. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. There's
Unless you
literally
have a
nothing wrong
physical
with that.
disability that does not allow you, like cerebral palsy or something like that.
But also maybe just like get the weight when you jerk or something like that. I don't know. Get jacked on that one arm. I've seen it happen. But also like get healthy mentally if you can. If you have the capabilities or trying to work on yourself, please, when you bank on the shit that you are incapable of doing and you're okay with just staying there and dying there, you have given up on developing as a human. That's like me being a racist and a homophobe being like, I just can't. I can't do it. You can. It just requires a little more work than other people have had.
I just don't want people to rely on those things as a crutch for their personality. You know, like my mom does.
That's
Yeah.
like when people are like I get it. There's dark humor and being like, oh, I have depression.
Yeah.
Like I get it. It's funny to an extent, but there's a part of me that believes that you didn't fold your laundry because you have depression. You haven't done it for 2 months?
Here's the deal. Yeah. So I hate that shit. Like, you're allowed to be sad. You can now, there's, I guess, ways to trauma dump on me. And it's just what we fucking do in the Discord every Friday at this point. But like, when I see, and this is an instance of publicly doing it on Twitter, I just, you know what, and fuck it, I saw Pixel Kitten again. God, I talk about this fucking creator all the time. Literally she had to type out, oh, I cried before stream. It took blah, blah, blah. And then I realized I had to stream, or I was crying. And then I realized I had to stream. And then I, got ready and blah, blah, blah. And then like a subtweet under it was just like, don't worry, this wasn't about streaming. This is about other things. And it's just like, why'd you post that? Why is that a thing for like fucking?
And I've cried on stream.
Handle that shit.
Yeah.
Like I hate when people use it as like part of their sadness or their damage as their personality. There are ways, I think, to express that you're upset or that you're going through something, and it isn't. That feels like such a weird slight, like a pity post. I think we talk about this constantly, like pity posts like that. I hate when people do that shit because it just feels so. I don't know. I hate that energy.
Like, dude, I had that in my mind. Like, when I made a post on Twitter, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go on a fucking rant about some shit that's just painful, and I'm just gonna let loose.
Yeah.
Like, literally wasn't like, I'm not in my own house right now, but I'm still paying rent for it. It's hard. It's real sad. Don't know how to go on. But instead, I said it's very difficult to go through massive highs and massive lows right now.
Yeah.
That's literally just me doing that. Like, and I'd also let me find the tweet. Because I did it, but I did it in the way where it was like not a fucking pity post. Like, I think because I asked you, I was like, how do you feel about this? And you're like, I don't know. Like
it could be perceived as a
Yeah.
post. Yeah, 100%.
and that's why like
That's another thing. Like, obviously, talking about people that I just have the one example because that's who I ever fucking see. Not that she's the only one, but like every time I see that, it gets, and maybe that's something in me. I see it get tons and tons of love. Like, oh, blah, 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 this, that. You can go through, blah, blah. It's just like, that's a weird crutch where it goes to, hey, just stop being sad, or hey, stop being poor. And it's not that easy, and I get it, but I just personally have different methods. So I look at it and I feel like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, you
Pixel Kid and I like you. The anime doesn't, but I
don't hate Pixel Kitten. It's just sometimes she does things and I'm just like, that's an interesting thing to do because I would never act that way on the internet. And because it's different, I have to talk about it, and I don't, and anybody who thinks I'm hating on that creator because of how, and once again, it's loaded, blah, blah. I don't have to explain myself anymore because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep talking about the creator because I still follow her. I don't hate follow her. I don't pity follow her. I follow her because she generally puts out, like, she's successful too. And like you said, it's even through.
That's why when I was annoyed with Big E, I never unfollowed him. Because I'm at the point now to where I'm like, I'm done getting frustrated over petty bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm done. So I can follow you and not agree with everything you fucking say.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of people who I don't agree with what they say.
Hold on, I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget.
Also make sure to cut out all the bullshit I said in this podcast. I said the N-word and it was bad.
You didn't say the N-word.
I want to.
What are you talking about? Hold on.
Never mind. Cut it out.
And then yeah. What were you about to say about a tweet? Did you find a tweet or something?
Oh yeah.
Read that.
So it was me. So I said on Twitter, let's do a little venting session right now. About to talk about some things I love and things I regret. And I said I love getting past hurt of people wanting to use me. Holding on to that literally ruined my life for a month or two, and definitely ruins my perspective of other people. I'm so happy I got past that. So one thing I currently hate, I'm going through major highs and major lows, which makes life hella confusing. I don't know how to process being happy with going through some major shit right now. It makes me feel like a sociopath. One thing I love though, my friends have showed up in a major way. This really means a lot to me, by the way, the people who have just sat and talked with me, or even just sat and listened, or been there while I've cried and didn't try to fix me, were just there, means the world, guys. That was literally me just kind of like venting of being like, this is where I'm at right now. I don't think there's a problem with that, but like, also like I've cried multiple times before stream. Like me and my wife literally got separated, and carrying that shit on me, I left stream and fucking like I would rush off stream crying. I'd go creaming.
I thought you said criming, which meant you went and robbed the bank. But you know, if you want to cream, that's cool too.
I want to go cream and crime.
That sounds like
creamer.
That sounds like a fun brunch weekend. Let's go. You want to go crime and cream?
It was the crime creamer again. He creams on the crime and then he leaves.
How come we can't catch him? We have his DNA.
He mixes it with other people's blood. It's disgusting.
Okay, well this bit got dark.
Anyway, but like no, but that was like I left stream crying. I was going through a hard time, and like I don't want people to pity me, because then it puts a weird obligation on the viewers to be like, make sure he's there, because I would hate it if he went live and put a gun in his mouth and killed himself. Like,
yeah, but you don't think being that vulnerable, people do think that? Like they
might
banking on those emotions.
I'm sure Pixel Kitten doesn't give a shit about what we think. It's literally through our own perspective. For mine, I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a fucking, man, I don't know how to go on today, because those words, scary to a lot of people.
Yeah,
those are very trigger words for people who've dealt with suicide.
I also think they're very entrapping words. I think when you use certain vocabulary, it can trap people into it's an emotional manipulation in a sense. And once again, I'm not trying to say that. And that's not just one particular creator. There are tons of other creators that do that as well, that maybe do it actually on purpose. I can only hope that whenever somebody does post something that I think is very too much or oversharing, it is their only way to cope with what's going on. And that hopefully I can get that from what Pixel Kitten does. She has put so much trust into the people who follow her, she works with, and she feels comfortable posting that. Personally, when I see that, I go, I could never do that, because I'd be afraid of how people perceive those, like me. like me, someone like me looking at anything I post and going like, this guy's I don't understand why that person would do that. And that's the peak of it. So obviously for you, it's the same exact way. I put a ton of...
Well, we've talked about it because because there's viewers are very like, especially mine.
Yeah.
When I told people I was like, hey, I'm getting separated from my wife, like, going to be in a new office, not even trying to dramatize it, is like, it's just been tough. Like, we're going through a hard time and I'm probably going to get separated, divorced, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that enough was for people to be like, hey, are you okay? Bro, people thought I was going to kill myself. I was like, guys, I'm not there.
If I was, I wouldn't tell
literally
you.
just, literally, if I was going to kill myself, you'd never hear from me. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, that's the episode.
Oh, if I don't post for a week on Twitter, better check up on me.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, it's tricky.
But I know that, again, I know it's not like, it's not, I don't know. That I want to be careful of. I don't want to take advantage of people's feelings because people can be extremely caring and some people would give more money if I was like having a hard time today, looked at my finances, I'm kind of freaking out. And they'd give.
Yeah.
Of course they'd give. I don't want to do that.
And that's the type of shit that I like actively to boil it down to the simple bullshit of like creators taking advantage of other creators, like through bullshit follow for follow, support for support stuff, or any small, like I give Hover a ton of fucking shit because the way I think it works is streamers for streamers, and that doesn't make sense to me. So I'll actively attack it, and it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm more on the defense because I've seen people legitimately been taken advantage of or spend money where they think they're getting some sort of emotional. That's how they show their love language, because I can't seem to find the words I want to say. They're just like, oh, I see someone who can either help me, or they're creating something for everyone, or they're down bad, and they just seem super genuine, and then they waste their time, their money, their whatever emotional investment, and that sucks me because I never want anybody wasting their time. So, yeah, that's the trick of this whole thing.
Also, the internet's full of scams. Internet is full of scams.
Literally, yeah.
And there's people who prey on other people. Like for me, like I'm thankful that my viewership has been going up. Like I've been enjoying playing Apex and doing that, but I'm also like not giving a fuck if my viewership goes down. I'm having fun. Like, and I know that's like it's such a pussy way to be like, oh, just have fun. No, you don't do that at your job. You can't do that at your real financial job. Just have fun. You can't do that. Yeah, if you want it to work, you can't do that.
I think you have sometimes, especially with this, depending on what you do as a creator, sometimes you have to let go of that because depending on your mental health, how hard you can grind. I know some people don't like that. And then just what you're doing. It's different for everyone, that balance that you have to find. I think right now you just doing I could simply say, hey, stop streaming so much and make more offline content, but you know.
But that's happening with the help of other people who are genuinely just giving their, like, dude.
But you've tried that before, but now it's like it took a backseat to you just streaming and like being.
Because all my income comes from streaming, and that's why I told my community, I was like, guys, if you have no money to give and you want to help, go watch every single one of my YouTube videos, every single one of them. Leave them on repeat. Don't give a fuck. You don't have to like comment, whatever. Yeah. But like that can get my channel monetized where I can start making money on ads. Yeah. And then also moving to YouTube where it costs you less money to give more money to me.
There's
like
also
that, like,
oh, sorry, go on.
No, that's it. It's like I'm open with my community of like because I think that's also super frustrating is like when people quit and give up because they don't have enough finances for it because this job does not run off of cum and fairy tales. Like you have to have something. It is a job. Yeah. Everything in this office costs bills. Everything. All the space, that computer costs money. My entire setup costs money. Like, I can't ignore that. Like, that is a real thing. When people ask, what do you need to do this? I tell them. And then that's also why it fucking drives me insane when a creator quits and they say, had to pack it up. And people are like, what? Why? Because they didn't get any financial support, you dumbass. That's why. Your favorite creator couldn't continue on because you didn't give. Not just you, but a lot of other people too.
That
it's true.
No. That's true, but also
I'm sure the way I worded it sounds super guilty.
The way you worded it is, in particular, I guess an example of what you said outside of like they didn't succeed because you didn't give. First of all, that sounds like, well, fucking that's
but
it.
There's
a level of they still have to put in fucking effort. Like they still have to make good content.
Yeah, if you're
or provide value. Like the way you were, and then also doubling back a tiny bit when you mentioned all you have to do is go watch. That mentality irks me because it's the same. And I know the way you're coming about it is you're specifically talking to the people that like are involved with you and have asked. But when
I see people who are like, man, I don't have the money to give. Is there any way I can help? I was like, go watch my YouTube video.
Specifically, I've seen this happen before in other communities, but when someone's like, it costs nothing to just like one of my, like your homies or like other creator stuff or like someone. And for me, if you are just throwing me a like because you know me or whatnot, or you didn't read, I would rather you literally rip my intestines out. I don't want a pity like. I don't want a friendly like. I want you to genuinely be like, that was funny, or fuck, I read that tweet and I'm going to give it a like. Not just like, oh, I see your name, I want to support you in any way. Personally, I get it, support in any way, but also I need you to make sure that my content stands for that like. I never liked anything in my entire life on social media, ever. I never hit the like button. I had nothing liked ever. And now I genuinely take the time. If I like something on social media, I fucking like it. I don't give a fuck if I'm married to you and I'm fucking, I don't know, you're my entire life.
You like all my stuff.
Not all your stuff.
Yeah, everything.
I'll never go to your YouTube. I have no reason to go to your YouTube.
You will go to my YouTube.
I'm not going to go to YouTube unless I see like a clip or something that leads me to your YouTube and I actually watch. And you thought
it was good. And you like the Genshin stuff. And it's coming back, baby. Full-time Genshin streamer.
I love that Genshin video.
No. Yeah, it was a good video.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of your other stuff because I don't give a fuck about it. But I'm not going to go there and be like, oh man, I guess, I'm just going to... Oh,
did that? Fuck about it. I'm your friend. I watch your dumbass
I want you to
videos.
succeed because you're succeeding, not because you're my friend. Both and?
Yeah.
What?
You want me to succeed because I'm your friend and I want to be successful.
I want you to succeed because you're a successful person and you have the drive and you're talented and blah, blah, blah. But just because you're my friend, you're allowed to fail as my friend. I don't want you... Don't
let me fail. If you could pick me up, you're not going to pick me up? You're just gonna let me die?
Depending on the situation.
Well,
if you're
the only one that can save
your
me.
streaming career fails, it's not on me to help you pick it back up unless I can actively edit for you or something.
Okay. Well, let me clarify that because I'm sure that's where it got lost in translation.
Yeah.
If you never gave to a creator and you're wondering, why are you quitting? What? You didn't get enough money from all the other people? You're the problem.
Well, anyone asking why are you quitting and they don't know why you're quitting, that's on them.
If someone posts a tweet, it's like, I have to sell all my stuff, I'm not making enough money. And people are like, whoa, how? And you never gave a fucking dime. Like, please suck my dick and quit the pity post. I'm sorry. Like, you have no place to be like, but why are you quitting? If you enjoyed the art, you should have supported it.
Well, maybe they didn't enjoy the art. But then they also don't have the right to say, why are you quitting, is what you're saying.
That's where in my head to where I'm like, shut your fucking mouth, bro. Yeah. Like, dude, you didn't care. Like, why do you fucking care now? You don't care. Either they don't care or they enjoyed all the streams for free and got gifted subs and gifted whatever. Yeah. And they were like, wait, I had to. Oh,
they had a different level of connection. Yeah. You can't fully blame them. It's another one of those things that
I'm not fully blaming them, but like,
I get the frustration, but on the other end, I'm sorry, I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, I think both are about, well, not to an extent. I just hate it when people, because I've seen 5 of my creator friends this week quit.
Yeah.
And they were like putting stuff up for sale and they're like, well, why? Obviously they didn't make enough money.
Well, maybe that creator
was there any way that I could help? There probably was a way you could have helped.
Well, that question is like, yeah, I won't quit now if you send me $100 because I need the money. Like,
yeah,
do a call to action. Literally everything you're saying now is a semi call to action.
I'm literally gonna post, send me money if you don't want me to quit streaming.
Well, that's probably not the move because people won't know if you're joking. But anyway,
hold on, I'm gonna tag.
Well, please don't tag me. You know what? Tag the podcast.
Clout Chasers podcast.
And call to action. Remember, everybody, go to YouTube. If you've gotten this far, I think, we're at an hour already. If you got
easy.
If you got to the end of this hour, comment. Let us know you made it this far. Let us know if you like it. Sub to the channel on YouTube. Follow us on our socials. Do that stuff. The Patreon will have all this stuff that I can't say that I'm definitely going to edit out of this podcast.
You didn't say anything.
What do you mean?
Wait. I can't say because we're dating.
Well, that's not true.
Dude, you literally said you need to find a girl like me because you answer every single one of my calls.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. There's two things I did want to bring up.
It's drugs, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Roofies.
I forget why they're here. We're probably past these points. There was the Harris Heller tweet about, we were talking about following people we quote unquote don't like or we don't agree with. Did you see that Harris Heller tweet where he follows some politician, I guess is what she is, and she talks about how trans women aren't women or something like that, and it's, I think a TERF is the term and whatever it is, but he follows her for whatever reason, and some person called him out, why are you following this bigot asshole person?
Who fucking cares? I watched Steven Crowder and I watched Bill Maher.
I don't know if Bill Maher?
Bill Maher. Sorry, I said his name wrong.
And I don't even know who the first one is.
I'm going to follow everyone. I'm literally going to follow Satan and Jesus on Twitter. Okay. Right now. I'm going to go do it.
It's an interesting thing because Harris Heller came back and said, I follow people who I don't agree with because I need to see both. The tweet was much more worded a lot better, but basically I will follow who I want because I follow people who I don't agree with so that I can kind of have a conversation about my side of the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I follow people I don't agree with so I can combat them. Also, I'm Mormon.
Either way, so many people came out of that. You're better than this. You're better than this. It's just maybe have less expectations of someone.
Yeah, maybe also suck a dick.
Also,
a big white one.
Also,
big
maybe
old white one.
Well, also maybe stop worshiping false idols. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So many people worship false idols, and they're not even big idols. The amount of weird interactions I've been seeing going on streamer Twitter.
Bro, people are just stupid. They're so stupid. And that's what helped me kind of pull back on my shit and was like, why am I actually getting annoyed with this? It doesn't fucking matter. It's literally nothing. Dude, can you imagine going to a person who you genuinely like all of their content? There's no problem. You love all their stuff. You love their persona. You love their everything. You just want to eat all their stuff up. Just gobble their balls.
Okay.
And then you go to the people who they're following and be like, what? You follow Trump? And immediately everything you thought about him, garbage. You're just, ugh.
There's no room for, I don't know. There's just no room for certain things. It's a very fascinating, or someone's past. I don't know.
Someone asked a question on, I'm actually going to ask this question on Twitter. If you were, wait, hold on. What's the question? If you were to go back to your past, would you be canceled today for what you passed said? And I would say yes, 100%.
The only thing I can think off the top of my head, that I did publicly, I've done bad things, and the worst thing I think I've done online is when I went to Japan the first time. I was 14, 15. I posted a picture of Jackie Chan, and I said, I can't wait to meet Jackie in Tokyo. And the joke was he's Chinese, not Japanese. And I thought that was funny.
I wouldn't have noticed because I'm racist, apparently.
I don't know. I wanted people to go oh, well, he's Chinese. And I'm yeah, I know. And the joke was just because he's Chinese and not Japanese, but I'm going to Tokyo. Is that racist? I think so. I left it up. I never deleted it. But I've also, that's the extent of how.
It's smart humor. I wouldn't look at someone and be like, Chinese.
You idiot, he's Chinese. That's,
I'm
I think.
Filipino.
I think that's the most problematic I've necessarily been, outside of, using the R word, the F word, and stuff like that, and calling things gay. Like I'm done with that. Like I get it. Like I understand how. Now, granted, I do sometimes think a gay joke, the expense of others, I think can still be funny, but also I don't know because everybody's gonna get offended at anything. So what's the level?
I think gay jokes are funny.
You think gay jokes are funny because being gay is funny?
Yeah, no, it's hilarious to me.
Why?
Have you seen a woman? They're great. No, I just think jokes are funny. If you're a funny comedian, like, you're funny.
Yeah.
I love white jokes. I think they're hilarious. Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle literally has white jokes, literally making us look out to be fucking nerds, and I love it.
Yeah.
These are vegetables. Go over there. Watermelon is over there.
I think there's a level of accountability. I think there's taking things maybe too seriously. I think we'll have these conversations constantly. But yeah, outside of that problematic shit that I've done, I can't think of anything besides that Jackie Chan post that I've posted online where I was like, huh. But that's still the most recent one was the guy who was the new Jeopardy host apparently had a tweet or stuff in the past that he mentioned that was problematic because people wanted the host to be a diverse, not another white guy, basically. Like the internet went up in arms because it was another white guy. But he was an executive producer, I believe, for the show for years. So they trusted him with the show. And then the internet dug up a ton of stuff and then canceled him. And he basically had to resign. So, which is interesting.
What a bunch of pussies. There's people who are deserving of being canceled, like the Harvey Weinstein, which is when it finally started.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy fucking, like,
Oh, yeah.
power abused.
Yeah.
Abused power, 100%. And now everything is like, wait, I can call your school and get you fired. Oh, because you called me a bitch. Yeah. You're dead. Like,
I mean, there's truly problematic stuff and then other stuff where it's like, choose your battles.
I mean, but that's what happens when you let society do whatever, because like
we all have voices now.
Yeah, some of us don't need voices. Some of you guys shouldn't even have the access to voting rights or phones or anything. You guys literally shouldn't be able to have a voice. I think only the elite Illuminati should have a voice. I agree.
I think it's fine that everyone has a voice.
Jeffrey Epstein for president. Let's go, baby.
I think it's fine that everyone has a voice. I just think it can be a very tricky road. Because now there's people who never had a voice, period, but are capable of doing that because of the internet. And what are you looking at?
On Twitter, I posted that comment because I said, would you be canceled for things you did today? And everyone's saying yes. So why the fuck are you holding other people to that standard? Especially if it's years ago, man. Who lives like that?
People who have nothing better to do like me.
Right, but there's actually volume because companies literally have their tails between their legs.
I don't know, do research, have someone dig up someone you were looking into, and if you're like, well, he said this, but it was 15 years ago, so.
I don't care.
Well, exactly.
Because they're not, if Hugh Jackman came out, I'd be heartbroken because I like Hugh Jackman and I raised him to an idol status. I will say, I admit to that. But I don't think that's wrong because it's Hugh Jackman, so sue me.
Wait, what?
I love Hugh Jackman.
Okay. I'm confused.
I'm saying I kind of hold him to an idol status. So if like I saw back that he was like, oh, I love the N-word. I say it frequently. Like if he said that, like that'd break my heart.
Yeah.
No, it's goofy. It's goofy to me.
Yeah, that's the only thing was holding people to a certain standard, I guess, is just fascinating to watch online. When it's just
you know what we should have named this podcast? It's two white guys talk about things that aren't white. Or men.
Apparently that seems to be a reoccurring thing. Who cares?
Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna give my opinion no matter what you think.
Yeah, because we're clout chasing somehow.
I don't think we're clout chasing at this point. I think we're shit posting.
I think we should rename it to the shit posters.
Shit posters?
If this is how clout chasing works, then what's up? Hit us up. God.
Huh? That's clout chasing.
The ultimate.
God is the ultimate clout chasing.
Yeah.
Or Lucifer.
Oh, well. I don't
Lucifer's
know.
Too easy.
Any famous people that listen to this, what's up? Come on our podcast.
Yeah. Come on it.
All over it. Just bust. Come on, just bust, boy.
I just love it because there's like people who were like, when we did the live podcast, they're like, I hate, this is rough. This is painful. People in my community was like, this is hilarious.
Who said that?
Like, people in your community.
Did they?
The purple bitches.
The purple bitches. Okay. You need to stop generalizing all the purple bitches because a lot of...
No, they're all sensitive catty people. Who gives a fuck?
I don't think anyone was actually
voted for dirt.
I don't think anyone was actually serious in my community. They were all busting balls.
No, there were.
I have a lot of progressive people in my community, but are also kind of know the vibe by now, especially hanging out with you. Anyone who's still around with me, hanging out with you, and just all the fucking crazy things you say, hey.
Hey, this is for a message for all the people who didn't want us to be friends because we're actually good friends and we have fun. How's it feel? That your guy isn't as stupid as you thought he was.
Wait, what?
I have a subtle meaning. I'm not going to say it on the podcast though.
Oh, fascinating. Anyway, we're about 20
minutes. Want him to cancel who you want him to cancel?
Huh? Cancel.
Crazy how the power shifted into my hands. His balls are now in my hands.
Nope. My balls are in anyone's hands but my own.
Balls in this hand, cock in that hand. And guess what? I direct where it fires.
I need you to stop, bro. Anyway, I guess that's a good enough spot as any to end the podcast.
Yep. Make sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts. Give us a good review if you liked it. If you didn't like it, make sure to give us a good review on Apple and Yahoo Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Also, make sure to check us out on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like the video and also comment what your favorite part was. Type Yahoo if you got it to the end.
If you got to the end, type Yahoo. Follow us on Twitter. I made a Twitter account. I don't know what's going to happen there, but at least you'll get the notification when something happens. So put on that bell so that you know. And also, please don't cancel us. Because you can't. Because we have all the clout.
Also, we don't matter yet. This will be an episode that people will be like, John was white? And I like went through a sex change and like colored my skin. And like
you did Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, I did blackface.
On that note, I got to edit this. Bye, everyone.